Hey there boys and girls, like Skillflick here, today with another Battlefield 3 video. Today we'll take a closer look at the sniper rifles, and by this I mean we will have a sniper rifle comparison where we take a look at the stats right here. And this video is actually focused around the L96, and it will also be kind of a suggestion video, a balance suggestion video on how you might fix the L96, because right now it's just basically outclassed and outnumbered in every category. So right here you can see the 5 bolt actions. Down at the bottom you also have some nice little footage of them. It's not as nice as you think, but yeah, we have the rate of fire, velocity, the magazine size, damage, hip spread, reload empty, and reload with bullet left. You can see the numbers, you can read them right there. I think there's probably nothing new there. I got my source for those numbers is a site called symphonic.com. They have all the Battlefield 3 stats and so on. So I also tested it out in a private match, and I captured in 60 FPS and just went like frame by frame by frame and checked how long it went, and it was approximately the same. So I think those are pretty much accurate. So it's probably not wrong to go with these. But yeah, you can see right here that's basically what we got right now. And I will now show you another little graphic which I will try to explain to you first before I am going to show it to you. Well, and how this will work is basically I'm going to hand out points for different stats. For example, the M40A5 will get 5 points for its highest rate of fire, and the L96 will get 1 point for its lowest rate of fire. The SV98 with the second highest rechambering time, of course, will get 4 points, and the JNG and the M98B will both get 3 points. And right here we would also have our first extra rule, because the JNG and the M98B both get 3 points, the L96 gets 2 instead of 1, because we don't want to like skip one whole thing. Okay, so why am I doing this? From my point of view, it's basically like this. If you want to balance out some stuff, you kind of have, like, for example, 100 points, and then you have to kind of distribute them over the different stats like rate of fire, velocity, magazine size, damage, and so on and so forth, to kind of keep them the same. Well, not to keep them the same, but to keep them each like equally strong and to balance them out. So now we'll switch over to the graphic I made, and I will try to explain you there what I've done to make the L96 more viable again. Okay, so right here we have the little graphic I made, and I already distributed all the numbers and added them up, so we'll just be looking at the results. The bottom box will be the one with my suggestions, and the top box will be with the current actual in-game stats of Battlefield 3. So we can see we kind of want to have the results, want them to have about the same size, so they should approximately have the same numbers. Higher number obviously means better, and lower number obviously means worse. So the M40 26, SV98 26, JNG 27, M98B 24, and the L96 22. So we can see the L96 definitely has the lowest score of all the bolt action rifles. However, the SV98 has an extended one-hit kill range to the upper chest, which will be 20 meters instead of 15. So due to this little extra thing which you can't really sort out by the normal stats, it gets 3 extra points. Same goes for the M98B, since it has like more than 100, almost more than 100 of meters per second velocity increase over the JNG, which is the second highest bolt action rifle in terms of velocity. All the others only get like a boost from 20 or 30 meters per second to the next one. So this means less bullet travel time, so you'll get closer to the laser, and it also means you have to compensate less for the bullet drop, so it gets also 3 points extra for its like special abilities, you could call it. Yeah, I think special abilities would be the right thing to call it. And then you can see it gets the SV98 gets 29 and the M98B 27. So they're all about the same. They differ just a little bit, but we can see that the L96 definitely hangs a bit behind. So how to fix the L96 then, or better said, balance it out? The most important thing would be increasing its rate of fire, because right now it has the worst rechamber time of all the bolt action rifles, even though it has nothing spectacular. Like, I could understand if the M98B would have the slowest rechamber time, because it has the highest velocity, which kind of makes sense for long range sniping. But the L96 right now is just a little bit trashy almost. So increasing its rate of fire would definitely help. That's also a thing I've done in the bottom box if you take a look at it, as well as changing the hip spread, so giving it a little bit less of hip spread. For example, the M40 and the SV98, they both have less hip spread than the J&G and the M98B. And if the L96 would be somewhere in between, just the same goes for the rechamber time. If it would be between the M40A5 and the SV98 with a rechamber time of 1.2 seconds, it would get a place in Battlefield again. It would make it more viable, it would make it more useful. It wouldn't make it overpowered by all means, because it would be only 0.05 seconds faster than the SV98 in reloading. But the SV98 still would have its extended one-hit kill range to the upper chest, which is like a must-have for many people which are using the recon class, as well as the tightest hip spread in combination with a laser pointer or the laser sight, because you can hip fire a lot more accurately if you're getting caught off guard. So this is still, the SV98 would still have an edge over the L96. The L96 also couldn't like keep up with the M40 because it would still be a little bit too slow in terms of rechambering, but it just would give it its place back, and that's just my opinion on the whole thing. So please let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this whole topic, and if you would have any other suggestions. I already heard some other ones, but I think this would actually be the best thing to do for the L96 right now. It wouldn't make it overpowered by no means. It would probably be still the worst rifle. Like you can see in the bottom box, it still would only have 24, but it just would balance it out a little bit more, and people would probably use the L96 a little bit more again. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and like Skillfaker out.